It's a blessing to have you here with me tonight. Don't be shy, let the words speak for you, alright.
This next one, I didn't pick this topic. This topic picked me. I had to think about Women's Month, fearless, and then it hit me. I'm like, I grew up around some fearless women in California. My grandmother, great grandmother, my mom, aunts, cousins. So when I wrote this poem, I had them in mind, and I really couldn't wait to share this with you guys. So I hope y'all like this piece. All right, and remember, this topic is fearless. All right, the women I grew up with were truly fearless. How they bypassed the nonsense and the bullshit. We'll have women today pushing a real Me Too, not no Oprah shows and all this fucking boohoo. Who knew them tough ladies who brought me into the 80s was a dying breed? What we left with now is simply shady. Nowadays, they in the bad mood. They feel they can say what they want. The women I knew, if they were tripping, they go straight to the trunk. Had sawed-offs and pistols. Women nowadays have 911 and some tissue. Really, what is the issue? If you even said the words feelings, these moderns get triggered. The women I grew up with, they just pull the trigger. My mama with the knives and my nana with the shotty. I never ran to daddy for help. I ran to my mommy. My mother teaching me to never get caught means for me to be in a position to never be bought. My father showed me how to act, but my mother showed me how to attack. You know, getting me ready by tying my hair back, how to never take shit and to fight back. The women I knew since the time I was born said to never worry about the storm. Nigga, become the storm. She didn't care if you were female or male. Her punches and chokeholds rained down like hail. Fearless in the sense it didn't have to be physical. That was already established, so they were fearless with the spiritual. The mental was just the same. The crying was just the game. The women I knew relied on strategy and not the shame. The women I grew up around were not only tearless, never too easy to dismiss, could still lure you with the sweetness, just cut from a different fabric. They were fearless. With that, I'm gonna read this poem. Um, the greatest teacher in my life was my mama. In times of great stress, she taught me to use wisdom to know the difference of going to or from drama. My father was at work, however, my mama was always home. The neighborhood bully decided to pick on me and come at my dome. Pause. My mama tied up my hair, said I can cuss, and said if I don't whoop his ass, my ass will be touched. Pause. With such conviction for a kid, all I needed was a boost. Mama said, knock you out. Just know that knockout gonna become the truth. Appreciative that she taught me how to accept my responsibilities, and just as appreciative that she taught me not to take it from nobody else. They did the dirt, you back away, and you let them hang themselves. I appreciate the delivery. I appreciate the love she has given me. I appreciate the lessons she made, energy I can feel. The first fight I won when I was 5, I could have killed. She tapped into my inner will and said, go kick his ass, and I dealt. I appreciate that moment that I felt. I kept on swinging, even beyond the point of losing my breath until this day. How I love that subconscious strength. My mama gave me power, like money in the bank. I appreciate how my mama taught me to love and laugh and was the gatekeeper to my memories, how to maneuver all my ops and my enemies. I appreciate the fiber she used to sustain my life. I appreciate her smile, turned day away from night. I'm grateful. And that's it.
Most times, when you hear the phrase say their names, it arrives dressed in mourning. Sirens stitched in the syllables, candles cupped in trembling hands. But tonight, I want to say their name. Like a library on fire with lights tonight, say their names is not a lament, it is lineage. Tonight, greatness is the page, and these women are the ink that taught language how to remember us. So say their names like poets whisper into the wind, hoping the wind it will become a choir. Say Gwendolyn Brooks, like a city learning how to breathe in verse. Chicago lived in her lungs, kitchen tables, front stoops, children with jump ropes and heavy dreams. She turned everyday life into a crown. Even the ordinary stood a little taller when she wrote it down. Say her name like a stanza standing up. Say Maya Angelou, like a bird that refused the architecture of cages. Her voice was sunrise wrapped in thunder. She took broken history and braided it into ballads that could outsing sorrow. Every poem a wing beat, every word a window. Say her name and hear the sky open. Say Lucille Clifton, like quiet thunder. Her poems did not shout, they arrived. Small as seeds, heavy as planets. She wrote about hips like they were continents. And suddenly, the body became a map of miracles. Say her name like softness that survived the storm. Say Audrey Lorde, like a blade forged from truth. Her language, not decoration, it was weaponry. She carved declarations into the marble of silence and dared the world to pretend it could not read. Say her name like a lighthouse that refuses to dim. Say Sonia Sanchez like jazz instead of thunderstorms. Her words snap, clap, crackle, syllables stepping in rhythm with revolution. Every poem a drum, every line a march. Say her name and feel the page start moving like Nikki Giovanni, like laughter in the middle of the resistance. She wrote love like a revolution and revolution like a deserved tenderness. Her poems walked barefoot through truth and somehow still danced. Say her name like joy, refusing permission. Say Margaret Walker like a river remembering its ancestors. She carried centuries inside her sentences, her voice, a bridge between bondage and becoming. Every poem, a lantern held high so the past could find its way into the future. Say her name like history breathing. Say June Jordan like a match struck in the dark. Her language refused polite prisons, every line a rebellion against the lie that justice could wait. Say her name like fire, teaching the night its limits. And understand these names are not echoes, they are architecture. Every poem they wrote a brick, every metaphor a doorway. They built a house where black voices could finally live out loud. So when you say their names, do not whisper them like ghosts. Say their names like thunder returning home. Say them until every young poet picks up a pen and feels 1,000 ancestral hands guiding the ink, because these women did not just write poems, they wrote pathways and wrote permission. They wrote the possibility of breath between every broken line. So tonight, say their names, not because they are gone, but because they like great poetry. Their voices refuse to end.
Title is called Helpmate. The question is, would I lay down my life for you? Could I love you as my Abba loves the assembly? Should I lead you toward life eternally? Could you love me enough to submit without restriction? Would you heal me through my flaws or fatal cause without conviction? Should I or should you bear a child for me, with me, knowing nothing of my intention? Could you be a wife that's considerate, or do you even need to mention? Should I keep communicating, hoping that you listen? Or are you just too blinded by the promises of the world if I first only look at your vision? We ask, we wonder, still searching for the truth. But the problem is, this world is full of controversial proof. Yet still, we are blessed without a doubt, for our sins have been pardoned. So come and let us return to our home within the garden, because I, correctly written, a gift she truly is sent from the heavens, forever grateful I am. Choosing my words carefully now, unlike the first time. Would you laugh at the humor I carried? I just had enough sense to compliment your style. From gorgeous to incredible, you revealed my compassion. Truth is, I only wanted to steal your heart. Her eyes, they look past the pain. Another downfall, of another's downfall, her smile uplifting the once broken spirit, now restored with grace. See her presence? So powerful. The mind refuses to depart. How does someone so unique hold so many blessings, yet keep none to spare? Her hands cradle a dove's passion, gentle yet prepared to give. I crafted another piece for her, a melody of creation, two souls bonding while she sleeps tenderly. Piano keys whisper softly, unlocking notes, riddles, mysteries unknown. See, I reveal violet blue flames only to uncover an ancient rose deep red with mysteries. A fireplace within her life, for her worth knows no comparison. She herself a level of perfection. But beauty, strong and proud, your voice, your hair, shall I say more? Four eyes, two for what I see and two for what I see and two that see through me. Nothing to hide from the angel who gave me a reason to remain humble, for she is poetically written.
I have to be careful with this poem because too many Black women have been strong for men like me who never stop to notice. Let me take my time to notice you. Black woman, thank you. Thank you for showing up with the audacity to smile through years and seasons of neglect, all while floating like a beautiful fairy through rooms that never learned how to hold you correctly, holding on to hidden truths that we dare not say out loud. And as a Black man, I am grateful. From strong person to strong person, I acknowledge your strength on the days where you didn't have to be strong, for being the example that you didn't have in a man or a woman, for the protection that you may not have experienced at home. Thank you for being the protection in places that you were never protected. Thank you for through every tear that held on to your eyelashes, making your existence more difficult. Black women, we see you even through the rain, and you are beautiful, not just in your appearance, but in your nature, in your willingness to sacrifice for the love that you desire. You are beautiful, and your audacity to still search for love in a world full of weirdos and canned food. But I've watched you raise legacies from leftovers, build homes out of patience and families out of prayer, futures out of your faith, all while waking up early, carrying generations in your posture, powered from somewhere in the small of your back. You have constructed everyone else's confidence while quietly rebuilding your own over and over and over again. Black women, I need you to know we see you. We see how your laughter still finds oxygen in a world that keeps its knees pressed against the throat of your joy, how you love with hands that have already held too much yet stand with the strength of the weight of the whole world balanced perfectly on the top of your head in the form of a halo, with a smile that exudes feelings that are not even seen in this rainbow. Black women, I hate that you've had to be so strong. I hate how hard you've had to work just for peaceful rest and of stress. You've turned pain into poetry, struggle into something that not even the white man could keep out of his history book. Shout out Harriet Tubman. I would have expected nothing less. But excuse me if I'm horrified that she never got her flowers while she still had her breath. So while I have breath, Black women, thank you. Thank you for being our teachers and our leaders. You have taught me patience through your rejections, self-worth through your love, and the importance of boundaries through your resilience. But I don't just love you for your strength. I love you for your tenderness, for the quiet moments when nobody claps for you, for the ways that you check on everybody else before checking on yourself, for the days that you scream into the windshield or cry into the pillow, for the patience that you've been forced to pour into this world. You do not owe us resilience. You do not owe us patience or forgiveness. We owe you love. We owe you protection, or at least a break, or some compassion, or some compensation for you finding a smile on days like this in a time like this. And damn, Black woman, you're pretty. But I hate that you've had to shine like this. I apologize that I couldn't think of a better compliment but this is me, a Black man standing in full accountability, saying that we see you not as our saviors or our backbones, but we see you as our women, as beautiful, as creators, as love in human form, as queens, as mothers, as beautiful love stories untold. We love you in your ambition and in your exhaustion, in your boundaries and in your healing, and in your refusal to be anything less than whole. Black women, you are not magic because you suffered. You are magic because you exist. Home.
Come on, step in the light. Wordsmith, show the work in your craft. We ain't perfection, but let the light of God shine soft through the cracks. Let your truth breathe, let your courage rise. Here, every voice matters and every moment is alive.